Hi guys, we Bob here, and I'm in the car, so I will try to sort the audio out for the car, but I can't really stop the car engine being picked up, unfortunately. But what it is I was wanting to ask, does Donald Trump blame video games for violence? I believe that's what I read in the paper recently, and or on the news I'd heard it. And it just made me think. I was going through my collection of PlayStation 2 games earlier this week, and I was just trying to come up with ideas for YouTube. What am I going to do on YouTube this week? Because it always gets to Saturday or whatever, and I'm kind of stuck as to what I'm doing. And I was trying to keep my artwork kind of going, and I was thinking people will just be bored, because I'm, unlike Dave Longboy's post, I've mentioned this before, he's a guy that can be very entertaining off the cuff. I asked him in a comment, I says, do you just do this off the cuff? Do you even think about what you're saying, or are you just naturally funny? And he just says he just does it off the cuff. So that is interesting to meet people that can just be that way, that you can just be engaging, and whether they know it or not, that's where they are. They're engaging in their storytelling, they're engaging in their reactions, which is why I think Dave's channel does really well. Whereas me, I would like to think that I'm engaging, but I don't think I always am. And when I'm tired, it doesn't come off as engaging. And I'm better at texting, I'm better at being in a chat and making conversation, because I've got time to think about what to write. And if I don't write anything, nobody knows. But whereas I'm talking, I'm thinking I need to try to be more engaging. So anyway, I'd been looking at my artwork this week, and I was thinking keep it artwork related, and I came across a Tom and Jerry game called, that's terrible, I just literally looked at it, it's called Tom and Jerry something. That's ridiculous. Anyway, Tom and Jerry game for the PlayStation 2, and it's basically like a fighting game. It's I was actually going to do a talking about it the other day. I hadn't played it, and I thought, no, I'll wait. So I put it in the PlayStation 2 last night, I think it was, and just to see what it was about. It looked kind of cutesy and all the rest of it on the back of the cover, and I put it on, and it's kind of like a 3D Street Fighter game. It's set in a 3D kind of environment. You've got Tom or Jerry. Now I only played level 1, and that's something I'll move on to talk about in a wee minute, but I only played level 1. But ultimately the game was, can you inflict as much pain on Tom or on Jerry by punching, kicking, grabbing crabs, chucking them at them, chucking the person in the water so that they can get eaten by sharks. What else was there? Throwing ice cream, kicking them through a window. And it just made me think, it made me laugh, because obviously this is a cartoon that I watched growing up. Tom and Jerry was a cartoon all about pain, inflicting pain on another person. Tom was obviously looking to eat the mouse, but Jerry was always really good at evading Tom and absolutely just causing him a whole heap of pain, whether it be, it was a wee bit like, I guess, what Home Alone does to the wet bandits. So to Joe Pesci, can't remember the other guy's name, that's terrible. But Macaulay Culkin literally just inflict hundreds of pain on them, and some severe pain at that. And Tom and Jerry's kind of the same, the cartoon's the same. And it kind of got me thinking then, does Donald Trump, does he really think in his brain, would he come out with a statement like, Tom and Jerry causes people to be violent? And I wonder what the answer would be. I wonder what your answer would be. I know that growing up, I watched Tom and Jerry, and I watched other cartoons like Wile E. Coyote and other similar things where Wile E. Coyote's chasing Roadrunner and constantly getting blown up by Acme rockets and falling off cliffs to his doom, even though he never dies. And you know it's fake, you know it's just not real, and you're not going to go out and reenact those types of behaviours normally. And I don't really see the link there. Now, I did do a previous vlog on violence in games, and I didn't upload it. But my mind has been kind of shifting a wee bit around this whole subject, because I was thinking, you don't avoid, it's something to do with being burnt. I can't remember what it was, but basically, if you burn yourself, you know that being burnt's bad, but you don't do that on all occasions. You don't go jump off a cliff to realise that it is not a good thing to do, because you wouldn't come out of that. You just know instinctively that jumping off a cliff you're going to die. Now I don't know what point in your life that comes into your brain or whatever. So I'm putting this talk to a drawing that I've just done. I've literally done it in 20 minutes, so that's why it's rough looking. And I thought, what can I do artwork wise while I'm doing my other bigger artwork, which takes like 15 hours a time? What can I do short, sharp, but keep it gaming? And I thought, okay, I'm going to go find cover arts. And that's, I found Tom and Jerry, like I was saying, and so you'll be watching me drawing the Tom and Jerry cover, and I will remember the name when I go back home and read it. Obviously, that's not really remembering, is it? So anyway, I just thought, this is a bit mad. Would Donald Trump blame Tom and Jerry for the violence that occurs? It's just a silly thing to say that video games cause violence, I think, because you could blame fights in the street cause violence because people see people fighting in the street and they want to mimic the same thing. I'm not saying it doesn't give people ideas, I'm sure it does, but I don't think you can blame the video games or movies for violence, because you know it's wrong. You know that doing that will hurt somebody or will hurt you. You know that, like, if you were to go and do some of these acts, you're going to end up probably dead yourself. And it makes me wonder what the connection they believe is. So I mean, it's a bit, when you think about it, it's a wee bit silly because Donald Trump appeared in Home Alone 2, where it is a very violent movie when you think about it. Macaulay Culkin's literally kicking the crap out of these two burglars. So anyway, I'll wait to pick up my door. I thought I would talk about this very briefly. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, the other reason I didn't go off level 1 is because the game was pigging hard. The game of Tom and Jerry, which is obviously aimed at kind of younger children, I set it on kind of normal mode thinking it would be okay, and I could not get off of level 1. Now, I don't know whether that falls into the category of have games became too easy, modern day games, and it's made us rubbish gamers. That might well be the case. And maybe I'm just rubbish, but I could not get past level 1. I was going to go and set it easy, but by that point I'd been playing it for about 20 minutes, and I was a wee bit kind of like, not my type of game entirely. I would like to see level 2. And it was nice because the first level is called Pause, and it's a take on Jaws. So it's set at the beach, and the kind of pickups that you've got to batter each other are, like I said, crabs, and you can get health. But you've basically got like 2 health bars like Street Fighter, and whoever wins gets down to the bottom of the health bar and they win. I don't know whether there's special moves. But it's a good game, relatively, for what it is, and that was my talk this week. Did Tom and Jerry pop into Donald Trump's mind, or anybody else that says video games cause violence? Did they blame Tom and Jerry for it? And I'd just like to know your thoughts. So hopefully a short video for you guys to quickly watch, and for me to have an upload for this week, which is good. Maybe another one, we'll see. Hope you guys are well, and wee Bob is out.